Welcome. I am Dr. Stewart. Today we talk about self-talk and the importance. Is there an importance or is there? Is it? So, let's get right off to it. Self-talk. Self-talk is defined as the act or practice of talking to oneself either aloud or silently and mentally. Self-talk can either be positive or negative. It cannot be right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. Right or wrong is an opinion. Positive or negative is what we're going for. So talking to yourself in a positive manner can increase motivation, improve performance, relieve stress, and improve mood. Talking to yourself in a negative manner can increase depression, depressive behavior, can cause or increase stress, can cause and or increase anxiety, can increase or cause fear, and affect overall health negatively. I'm going to be posting some ways you can increase, or I should say improve your self-talk. Today I just wanted to talk about the importance of self-talk through a story. So let's talk about self-talk. Well, when I was younger, not even younger, just in my early 20s, when I was in the military, when I would say self-talking mattered the most, I would always talk to myself in a negative manner. And I was real down on myself because a lot of people around me, they would say either I wasn't good enough or like I wasn't smart or I just couldn't achieve what I was trying to achieve. My dreams were unrealistic in different types of, I would say, categories of my life. A lot of people that used to talk to me, they had a lot of influence in my life. And I say in my life because they would say something to me and it would always like put me down. Self-talk, here's where self-talk comes in. I used to always think to myself, because the majority of the times I would keep myself isolated because I just didn't want to be around people because I didn't want to hear what they had to say. But me doing that, I isolated myself and I would continuously negatively talk towards myself, and I would be like, "Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not great." And it really kept me in a depressive state of mind for most of my deployments when I was at work. That being said, I didn't really get anything done during those time frames because I was always worried about not being able to accomplish anything. And I realized that a lot of times from me feeling these way, talking to myself negatively, I would never start something because I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to finish it. Now this actually pours into a lot of different type of categories, but just the negative self-talk that I would constantly give myself on an everyday basis was overwhelming, and I didn't have anybody to interject to cut in to tell me that, hey Chaz, this is not what it is. And then when I would get around my friends and they would try to like say, oh, Antoine, they used to call me Stu, you think negative, man, like you shouldn't think so negative. But I was so used to, over the years, talking to myself in a negative way, talking to myself personally in a negative way, that I could never get my own thoughts out of my head to think positively and see the world from the perspective that they saw the world for. I just used to think it was gloomy, negative, this is not gonna, work out in my favor. It wasn't until later when I actually started to listen to my friends, right? The great Dr. Stu started to listen to his friends and started to listen, to just like my mentors that I was around and different people, different superiors that worked over me. They said, Antoine, you got a lot for you going. Like I was never listening to what they were saying. I would just hone in on the negative things they said. So they could say 10 positive things to me and I would only hear that one negative thing, because that's where my state of mind was. My state of mind was to keep myself in a negative mindset through negative self-talk. I'm just now starting to get the hang of positive self-talk, and I'm actually starting to utilize it. And this is something I've been doing over the past last year, and I can say from doing it and doing the results, it works out. It's very effective in creating I would say like a momentum in whatever you're trying to do. I've never been so positive in my life, and a lot of it has come from just thinking about myself in a different manner now, and positively self-talking to myself. So I just want you guys to look over the information that I'm going to be posting in the link. Yeah, I'm going to be posting the link after this video is over, and I want you to see if you are telling yourself some things that you shouldn't necessarily be telling yourself some things negatively that's impacting your performance in whatever your goals and dreams are, and holding yourself back. Because unless we can change our mindset towards ourself, our own personal self, how are we ever going to be able to love another? How are we going to ever be able to raise kids effectively? How are we going to be able to create teams? How are we going to be able to, you know, progress ourselves in the way that we want to? It's not until we actually, you know, like stomp down on how we think and how we feel and turn it around. And it's not until we turn it around that we won't be able to become the people that people believe us to be, the people that we want to be ourselves. So that being said, self-talk and the importance of it is really important. So whether you self-talk, whether you think you self-talk or not, majority of the day you spend is by yourself and to your thoughts. Let me read the definition to you one more time. The act or practice of talking to oneself either aloud or silently and mentally, which basically means you talking to yourself in a mirror, or you're talking to yourself in your head while you're reading somebody's post. Whatever you're doing, you're talking to yourself. And being that we talk to ourselves majority portions of the day, it's important that we keep our self-talk positive so that we won't hold ourselves back from obtaining what you have for yourself, what God has for ourselves, what your destiny and purpose may be for yourself, all the above. So that was my side story, basically letting you guys know where that is. I have an announcement. So, and this is the part that Candice wasn't ready for. She wasn't ready for me to do this part. So let me tell you about this part. So yesterday, Saturday, me and Candice got married. Woo! Yeah, you happy? Yeah, I know you happy. You know, congratulations, thank you guys. We will be having a reception party towards the end of the year, so I will be sending out for that part. Oh yeah, I look like I'm flipping in the video. So we will send out invitations for that part sometime, right? I'm not stuttering, guys. The video's freezing. I'm doing the lag thing. Not to mention, I have another announcement too. Candice is having a baby. Yeah, she didn't want me to tell you that, so I just made sure that I had to put that out there in the air, because now she can't hurt me on live TV. Isn't that right, Candice? Yeah, she said I'm gonna die. So anyway, anyway, this is Dr. Stu. That's why I wasn't available this weekend. I love you guys. Love, share, hate me. Let me know how you think. Let me know how you feel. Span, I see your comment in the link. We will link up. I will text you sometime soon. Thank you everybody for tuning in to Stu Radio on the radio, no radio. This is Dr. Stu. Look at check my eyes out. You see my eyes? I got my Dr. Stu eyes on today. Right? Yeah. And I am over and out. Ninja finished.